Give Junet the mic.
Hello. Mr. Speaker, as you are aware, members are aware, this has been a very contentious bill. And this morning, yesterday, after the matter quorum was raised by none other than myself, the Speaker called for a meeting at his office with the leadership of Parliament, and we discussed the matter at length with the Speaker, and then he invited the Council of Governors to a meeting today, 8 in the morning, which was attended by all the leadership in Parliament, Honorable Baya, Honorable Mili, and Honorable Osoro, and other members, and the Budget Committee Chair. So the Council of Governors was represented in that meeting by their chairman and their legal, chairman of the legal committee, I think, Governor Mutula Kilonzo Jr. And we discussed the matter at length, and there were compromises that were made that they should do, and on our side also we will do. And one of the issues that we agreed was that the matter that is in court, the matter that is pending in court, was, I think, coming up for judgment on 28th. So we agreed in the meeting that part also as a House, we now pass the bill, because the bill does not contain RLMF also. It majorly contains donor-funded projects and those kind of things. So if a consent is filed in court between the two parties to stay the judgment, and that consent is filed in court, then we can pass the bill so that also the donor funding can go to the counties. So that is what we agreed this morning, and that is what is being implemented. And we hope that by end of business today, that should end, and then tomorrow now we can go back to business of the House and bring back the bill on the order paper. But my last issue, Mr. Speaker, is, Mr. Speaker, no one in the country, whether governors or any leadership or even the citizenry, should never think that this House is opposed to devolution. Mr. Speaker, this House supports devolution completely. And that is why every year we support the Division of Revenue Bill. We have supported every county bill, every bill that concerns counties that has either originated from this House or from the Senate, Mr. Speaker. We support devolution completely because we know the intention of devolution is to make the lives of our citizens better, Mr. Speaker. The soul of this constitution is devolution, Mr. Speaker. Because there are counties that will not have received 1 billion shillings in their lives if devolution did not happen, Mr. Speaker. So nobody should send any notion that National Assembly is against devolution. We support devolution, and we will make sure devolution thrives in our country, but we want to have the Constitution respected holistically so that the National Assembly can do their work, the Senate can do their work, and the counties can do their work, so that we have a win-win situation for the country, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, you remember we used to have a tug of war with the Senate on issues of functions. Which house is upper, which house is lower, which functions belongs to this House, which functions belongs to the Senate. Luckily, the senators on their own volition went to the court. They filed a case to nullify 23 statutes that was passed by this House, Mr. Speaker. And they went to the High Court. I think they lost in the High Court. They went to the Court of Appeal. They lost in the Court of Appeal. Then they went to the Supreme Court. And in the end, Supreme Court rendered a judgment 3 weeks ago. And it brought clarity that the functions of the Senate is this, and the function of the National Assembly, there is no ambiguity anymore. The issue of money bills have been sorted. The Supreme Court, in its own ruling, said that money bill is in the domain of the National Assembly. It cannot originate from the Senate. They have said any bill...
It cannot originate anywhere else.
It cannot originate anywhere else. My teacher is teaching me, who is the Speaker, other than the National Assembly.
Yes.
It is saying that bills concerning counties can originate from the National Assembly and can as well originate from the Senate, Mr. Speaker. It has also said national government CDF is not unconstitutional. It is constitutional. It is said that the National Assembly almost described the National Assembly as the upper house because of the powers that the Supreme Court has declared. It's not my own making. The ruling is in public, Mr. Speaker.
It's a judgment, not a ruling.
A judgment, yes. The judgment is in public. Anybody can access it. Anybody can read it. It's no longer secret. So, Mr. Speaker, even this county government issue can go to the Supreme Court. And I'm sure the Supreme Court will say that this is the position. So, please, we want to develop our country. We want to support devolution. We want to support all institutions of this country to function in accordance with the Constitution. So nobody should badmouth the National Assembly. Nobody should say the National Assembly is doing anything wrong or it's an affront to the devolution, Mr. Speaker. With those few remarks, Mr. Speaker, that is the position of the National Assembly.
Owen.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I want to thank you for taking leadership in this matter, and also thank the leaders of the National Assembly, Junet, Mili,